Hey, what is going on, guys? It is Akrid here, and today we are going to play a game called The Monster Inside. And I don't know what this game is about, but we are going to play it, and I don't know. I just don't know. All I know is we're going to play it. I'm not sure if the music plays the entire time, because these are the only settings you get, so I don't know. Hopefully, the music isn't really a major problem, but let's get into this. My head pounded, ears still ringing slightly. Some of the worst nightmares I'd had in years left me feeling like I'd been punched in the jaw. As long as it wasn't the balls. But just like any other day, I dragged myself into the office. There was another notice on the door from Mayor fuck you office. Permits out of date. They didn't like me much and were trying to drown me in paperwork. It was a slow month, weeks since I had any real case to work on. So I passed the time pacing the office, smoking and staring at the mirror in the corner, safely covered with an old bedsheet. Yes, 'cause you are an ugly mofo. I don't care, I don't dare look at my own reflection. I'm too afraid of what I might see. Afraid someday I might have to face what I wait. I might have to face what what I really am. I thought that was reality for some fucking reason. What I really am. The girl came in so quiet, I nearly choked on my cigarette. I was gonna make a joke, but I don't want to. Mister, please, you gotta help me, mister. Oh, calm down now. Sit and talk slow. Yeah, what can I help you with? You ever hear of knocking first? Yeah, like, I could have been jerking off and you could have walked in on me. Like, what the fuck? Okay, let's just go with that. Okay, thanks. It's just, no one will listen to me. Just tell me your tale, I'm listening. Well, that's the only option. She eyed me with just a dash of suspicion as I tossed back a handful of pills and chased them down with a swig of whiskey. I could tell this might take a while. Her name was Lily. She told me she was his mistress, the man all over the newspapers, the infamous banker Mr. Reginald Farnsworth, whatever. Mr. Farnsworth was a drunk, just like me. A pill and I don't know, bastard. But this girl seemed genuinely concerned that he had recently gone missing. Less concerned about the fact that Mr. Farnsworth's wife had just turned up dead in Central Park 2 months ago. You don't understand. He just couldn't have done it. He hated his wife, but he couldn't have killed her. Everyone thinks it was him, and no one believes me. He's gonna be in trouble. Case looks pretty simple to me. I ain't saying I believe you, but what makes you think he's in danger? Well, mister, Jack. You can call me Jack. Jack, whoever did that to his wife must have been the one who took him. He would have never left me without me. He promised me. You know what? We're gonna leave the music on. But He's a cheater. I'm sure Mr. Farnsworth promised this poor girl a lot of things. Please, the cops won't listen to me, and they want to bring him in on charges. You gotta prove it wasn't him before they find him. Honestly, I doubt they are in too much of a hurry. Farnsworth had practically the entire police force in his deep pockets. Probably why they hadn't found him much yet. If they found him and brought him in, it would be due to public pressure. Sometimes a mob with pitchforks is more dangerous than the one man with money. You've got my curiosity, but you might not like what I find. I can help you. We'll get to the bottom of it. Don't you worry now. We'll just do that. Okay, thank you, Mr. Jack. Fucking cunt. Thank you, but please, be careful. I don't think this was just any murderer or kidnapper. I think it was a piece of shit. A beast. Beast? Are your parents... the word struck me funny. Like when you jar your elbow on a hard counter. Fuck, I hate that. Not a word many use these days, except in hushed whispers in bedtime stories for children. Oh, they were real enough alright. They just got better at hiding, controlling their unseemingly urges, but I hadn't seen any monsters in nearly 15 years. Back when I was still a cop myself. Well, that's definitely an interesting theory. I can help you. We'll get to the bottom of it. Don't you worry now. Leave the detective work to me. Let's not jump to conclusions here. What do we want to do? Let's go with that. I just have a feeling about it. Something tells me you can get to the bottom of it. You're good at this sort of thing. Okay, why is this... Why? It's my only option. Sure can't see you... sure can't you see... Okay, sure. Can't you see how busy I am with cases? I replied a little too harshly. Sarcasm wasn't my strongest suit. I reassured her some more and sent her on her way. I didn't want to scare her, but I warned her before she left to keep her doors locked and call me if she saw anything suspicious. I didn't know if she was in any danger herself, but better safe than sorry. That night, I made my way down to Central Park. It was a long shot, but maybe there was something there the cops had missed. Next chapter. Wow. Oh shit. Didn't mean to do that. The scene was already picked clean by the cops days ago, but I've got a knack for finding things others overlook. There you go. A knack, more of a symptom of a condition. Other less useful symptoms I keep I don't fucking know. I keep in check. But before the time begin, For the time being, my keen sense of smell would come in handy. What are you, a fucking dog? It was faint, but I could smell it before I even approached it. The police line. The scent was less of a thing and more of an emotion. Seduction. A strangely familiar smell. I expected the scent of or maybe even outright fear, but Mrs. Farnsworth seemed to have been at the height of pleasure when she left this world. What the fuck? Okay. So we're looking for a rapist, okay. Brought new meaning to a crime, or brought new meaning to a crime of passion. Pushing the thought from my mind, it was time to get down to business. Investigate the scene. Okay, so we got this shit. Muddy footprints everywhere. Difficult to pick out anything from the prints the cops left behind in their haste. Yeah, but cops don't wear $2,000 pairs of. I don't. How the fuck does he? It looked like Mr. Farnsworth was there that night and walked away on its own 2 feet. Investigate the scene. Is that the only other thing I can check? Yep. A burn mark on a nearby tree caught my eye. I ran my finger along its length and felt a chill down my spine. This wasn't just any burn mark. This was the mark of an ancient magic. It's doubtful the cops would have picked up on it. Could Lily have been right? Something unnatural was a play here. But I was no stranger to the strange. After looking around for a while longer, I realized the park had given up all it was hiding from me, so I trudged back to my apartment and my head hit my pillow like it owed me money. Wouldn't you use your hand to hit someone that owes you money? Next chapter. Wow, how many chapters are there? The next morning, I was reeling from another bout of ghoulish nightmares, but I tried to hide my discomfort when I saw Lily was already sitting outside my office. Okay, hang on, I want to see. So there's 7 chapters. Okay. She waited wordlessly as I unlocked the door and ripped down another notice from the mayor's office. I motioned for her to step inside, seemingly afraid of what I might say. She finally worked up the courage to ask. So, what did you find? Well, I got some good news. Farnsworth might still be alive. Not sure about the beasts, but something unnatural was at play. Might be right to worry about monsters. Found the spell's mark. Let's do that. What does that mean? What about Reggie? Do you know where he might be? Found his footprints. Seems like he got out safely. There were signs he was at the scene and slipped away. My tone was indifferent. Fuck. Towards her as I turned and grabbed the bottle from my desk drawer. A dryness in my throat made it difficult to swallow my meds. But don't you know where he went? Do you think the news this morning is related? What news is that? Haven't you heard? Yeah, but maybe you should tell me what you know. And let's just do that. I should have said it. Fuck. Failed my job. They found the police chief's wife dead by the docks. They say it happened last night. Let me guess. Chief Amato is missing too. My face might have betrayed a hint of satisfaction as she confirmed my suspicions, but it faded quickly. A tomato was a shit cop and a shit chief. This game just gets better and better. You got rape, got bad words, and you got names I can't even fucking say. 3 in 1. Don't know why I was holding up 2 like a gun. I give up. He was half the reason I left the force, but now his wife was dead and I had more questions than I did the day before. The gears in my head started to spin, which wasn't helped by this splitting pain at my temples. I told Lily I needed time to work, and she left slightly dejected, wanting more awareness than I could provide. That night after the cops had cleared out of the docks, I would slip down and see what I could uncover concerning Mrs. Tomato's untimely demise. I guess we're gonna finish this game today, because chapters go by pretty fast. The cold air smelled strong of salt and oil. Could it be that smell again? Like someone had bottled pure arousal and used it as perfume. It hit me like a long forgotten memory, but the sensual fumes soon gave way to a rush of adrenaline. I knew exactly what the scent reminded me of, and that scared me more than not knowing. Oh God. I looked down at my hands shaking, the nightmares, the headaches. No, I was better now, reformed. I had to focus, no jumping to conclusions, follow the evidence. So we got chains. They're the smallest piece of purple fabric torn and cut in a splinter of a board. The police report didn't say anything about Mrs. Tomato wearing purple, and it was certainly of a quality that you wouldn't expect down here. Don't see too many high society types around flaunting royal purple threads. Red Phoenix cigarettes. Same shitty brand I smoke every fucking day. Everyone's got their vice. I pulled out my own pack of Reds and lit up. I could already feel another headache coming on, but looking out over the waves seemed to help me forget. The cold helped me push down the uncomfortable thoughts that had been bubbling to the top of my brain. Next chapter? Yep. I honestly don't remember the walk back to the office. Apparently, I spent the night in my easy chair. What the fuck's an easy chair? The air from the docks lingered on my clothes. It was still dark out. No. I checked the clock. How long had I been out? Had I really slept through the entire next day? A newspaper was sitting under the door. As I stood to fetch it, I nearly fell over. A wave of nausea hit me like a ton of bricks. I steadied myself and regained my composure before I even picked up the paper. I could really read the headline. Or I could already. Breaking Mayor missing, wife found dead. 2 cases in this coincidence, 3 is a pattern. cops would come asking questions soon. They knew I had a history of uh, anti-gonorrhea. I don't fucking know. All the victims. I stumbled to my desk and slammed back 3 days worth of inhibitor pills. I couldn't take any chances. I had to investigate the scene to be sure. I threw my jacket and went to the door. Lily caught me off guard on the other side. Jack, where are you off to? I've been trying to reach you all day. I'm sorry, Lily, but I don't have time to talk. I have to go. I've been just I I've just been busy. I'm off to Miss Vanetti's crime scene. Uh yeah, let's just say that. Okay, but we need to talk when you get back. Stay safe. She gave me a soft kiss on the cheek as I rushed off. Part of me wanted to stay and tell her it would be okay, but it would be a lie. Okay. The alley was located just behind the high-rise apartments where Mayor Vanetti and his wife lived. I could tell the police were spooked now. The crime scene was even sloppier than the last. They hadn't even bothered to submit the trash into evidence. The car door, is that it? Just those two? Okay. Vanetti's car. If he's still alive, why wouldn't he have left in his car? It didn't make any sense. I honestly wasn't too motivated to find him, but the stakes were too high, and my bet was edging towards the unthinkable. Why wouldn't they at least look through the dumpster? It seemed untouched. No one wants to do the dirty work, but I know how to find the good stuff. It really doesn't take long if you know what to look for. Lightweight bags usually mean someone was dumping documents. If you were lucky, they didn't bother to shred them. Jackpot. Shell companies. Shady stock trades. Bribes. I knew the Mayor Vanetti was crooked. But this was unbelievable. And there was more. Letters between Mayor Vanetti and Chief Tomato, talking about me. How they were trying to get me shut down. They didn't like me snooping around crime scenes all the time. Well, that's my fucking job! Well, they weren't here to stop me snooping around this one. As I searched around for anything that might assuage my fears, I caught the scent again. And I know that's not how you pronounce these fucking words. I'm just giving up at this point. Like assuage. I don't fucking know. I'm just gonna call it a sausage. If you know how to pronounce it, then congratulations. I'm surprised I passed English class, even though it's my first language. I caught the scent again. She got raped! I don't even know. It overwhelmed my other senses with undulating pressure. It was intoxicating. A weapon used on the weak-willed. A weapon I knew all too well. No, it had been many years since I had used it. Let me guess, a fucking gun. Was there another like me? Was I being framed? It wasn't possible, was it? I was talking my inhibitors. I was reformed. But the nightmares, the headaches, the memory lapses. I couldn't even trust myself. I started walking back out the alleyway when something shiny caught my eye. A watch. Not just any watch, though. An Apple Watch. My watch. How long had my wrist been bare? Surely I just dropped it when I first come down the alley. I checked the time just before I left the office. Hadn't I? Or had I used the wall clock? I couldn't be sure. I couldn't be sure of anything. Was I the one that raped and killed and kidnapped all those people? So I ran. I don't know why I ran back to the office. The cops would probably show up any minute to knock on the door. Show up any minute to knock the door down. And cart me away. They would put it together before long. Maybe it would be best for everyone if I simply faced my own reflection. But Lily was still there waiting for me. Jack, what's wrong? You look like you've seen a ghost. My own ghost. Come back to haunt me from the past. You're not making any sense, Jack. Come sit down. You don't understand. You're not safe around me. I took a good last look at her as I prepared to shove her out the door. I noticed she was wearing the same thing she had when she first came to my office 3 days ago. A beautiful purple dress. She must have took the watch off my wrist when the last time we talked, and then tried to frame me for it. Oh, okay. Unless they're trying to make it seem like it was her. Odd. That I hadn't really noticed before, but it made her seem out of place, out of time. And it was frayed around the edges, torn in places. Ooh. My chair caught my falls, my knees failed me. Wait, but if she was the one who did it, how did he get the rape smell? Or It was you. You are the monster. Succubus. Oh, Jack. We are one and the same. You and I, we are both monsters. I'm simply more honest with myself. There's no such thing as reformation. Those pills you take only make you a doll. Beasts like us should never suppress our true natures as you have incubus. Those men were probably dead too, now I figured. She probably took them to her lair and harvested their seeds.
You need help.
Oh my god. What is this game? So, you've done all this just to wake me up. You could say that. Well, it seemed enough just to have you doubt yourself. You believed you were still capable of such horrors, which means deep down you probably are. You can't escape it. Now I need you to complete the deed. You took my watch. You messed with my head. Oh, you didn't. You don't like, or you don't act like I didn't. Do you? I don't know which voice. I don't know if she's like supposed to be a monster now. I'm guessing not. Okay, so we're gonna go back to the original voice. Oh, don't act like I didn't know, or I didn't do you a favor. Those men hated you and wanted you gone, and now they are gone. I mustered the strength to stand again, moving casually to the window by the corner. She was right about one thing. I was a doll. weak. Compared to her, I refused her and she attacked me. I was a dead man. I had to keep her talking. I never met a succubus who seduces and kills women. Oh, please, such a 14th century stereotype. I don't discriminate when it comes to pleasures of the flesh. So what, she's got a but I do still need an incubus like yourself to take the tainted seed I've harvested from those awful men and planted among the fertile masses for me. I'm tired of draining my lovers just to survive. I'm ready to settle down and start a family. Ha 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 ha. That maniacal laughter. I positioned myself carefully, making sure she was looking at my direction. Sorry, but I'm not your guy. With a quick flick of my wrist, I whipped the old bedsheet off the corner mirror. Lily was blinded by her own reflection and sucked into the mirror with a painful, monstrous scream. Trapped. Shielding my own eyes, I pulled a revolver from my desk slide drawer, aimed it at the mirror. Oh, you even got to hear the sound effects, except for I had it turned down, and fired. So is that it? We beat the game just like that? Yep. I guess that's it. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This game is free on Steam, but if you're watching me playing this, you guys probably won't want to play it anyway unless you want to play it and then choose different stuff that I did, but I don't think that really changes the storyline too much. But if you guys want to, you can go ahead. The game's called The Monster Inside, because maybe there's a way. Maybe if you like change some stuff up, you do become a beast or something, or start a family. I don't know, but probably not. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one.
You'll love it just like wow, and then we'll do it pop style, so we can both watch X-Files.
Do it now.
You and me, baby, ain't nothing but mammals, so let's do it like they do on the Discovery Channel.
I saw that coming.
You and me, baby, ain't nothing but mammals, so let's do it.
Oh, you busted it?